I'm sorry, what you raised very important, because I don't think we're going to have an immigration vote. Because of that. They don't want to have to vote on that. Because even in Montefiore, you have the whitest district in the country. There'll be some.
Okay, I want to raise the topic which you guys like to talk about on TV, which is the 2016 election. And based
Who are you for?
Who am I for?
Yeah, come on.
Hillary Clinton. I'm not sure. Okay. I actually worked in, and I was in D.C. originally, so I supported that.
What do you think could stop them?
Big house.
Huh?
Big house. I think they're going to try to support that. But
Well, they're not winning that battle this weekend.
yeah. Well, what I'd actually like to ask you, though, based on what I've heard from you tonight about how important it is for a president to be able to make friends with his enemies, such as schmooze in Congress, of the pool, both Democrat and Republican, that you see coming up for 2016, who do you think is the best schmoozer?
Well, you know Hillary at all personally?
No, I never.
She is, first of all, I'm a guy, okay, and I'm fairly traditional. I'm not hip entirely. I know. I got around to same-sex, but at a slightly faster speed than some people. I went to all the human rights campaigns and emceed all the events, but I was a little slower than some people. Hillary, personally, Hillary Rodham Clinton, in person is unbelievably likable. You think that doesn't matter? Find something else to do besides politics. Because likability is a big damn thing. And she's fabulous at it. But the challenge she's going to find is, when she gets back into politics, it's going to be the cold water, the deep end of the pool. Politics is really tough these days. It's much tougher than it was when she was in it. The people are brutal. And she's got to figure out a way to be tough. You know the problem. She can't do what I can do. She can't yell. I can yell.
But if she makes it through, how do you think she will fare as president?
Well, first of all, I think she will win the nomination. I don't see anybody can beat her. I don't know what Joe Biden's going to do, but I think he wants to be president. He does want to be president, and he's much smarter than these gap things suggest. Suppose you runs against Christie, what happens?
Well, I would love that just because I think it would raise the standard at least of the intellectual discourse.
Thank you. It would be a great election because it really wouldn't be a bad result in either direction, I think. It might be a better one if you're for Hillary, but it wouldn't be the end of the world if he won.
Well, it would depend on what happens in Congress, I think.
Yeah, the trouble is you get the baggage of these guys. You pick somebody, this is the reality, you get the blue plate special with politicians. You pick Hillary, you get the regular Democratic Party. You get the Richard Haases, the regular people that have been around forever. Dennis Ross. You get the people you recognize. Kerry will still be around. They'll have all the familiar faces of center-left politics. You won't get left, you get center. She's much more tough on foreign policy than this president. She's about a notch or two to the right. Just looking at her history. So you'll get somewhere close to the center on foreign policy, very close to the center. On domestic, you'll get traditional Democratic Party. Hubert Humphrey, what we grew up with. You won't get any big surprise, big government thing. With the Republican Party, you pick Christie, but you're going to get a lot of right-wing foreign policy come with it, because he is a right-wing guy. He said so. And although he also is very much against infrastructure and stuff, I think we all agree needs to be done. Like he wouldn't put the tunnel to New York, remember? That's how he made his big name. I think the guys to look for, if Hillary doesn't run, there will be a woman candidate. It could be Gillibrand, although she's pretty young, but dynamite. And, or Amy Klobuchar, just about right in terms of age and background, from Minnesota. Everybody likes Amy Klobuchar. Those two. And of course, Elizabeth Warren is a superstar in Massachusetts as a sort of what came out of the Occupy movement, Elizabeth Warren. That was the one thing that came out of it positive. And she's a hero up there. A hero around the country. So on the Republican side, I think the one to watch, sleeper here, I would have thought it was Rand Paul until a week ago, and I think he's a klutz. This plagiarism is high school. Everybody knows you put quotes around what you take from somebody else. Everybody knows this. Everybody in this room knows this. He's a senator. He wants to be president of the United States. He said he's too busy. Check. A direct quote. You put the quotes if it's somebody else's words. You don't take credit for somebody else's words and put your name on it. It's not about footnoting. It still doesn't answer the question. Why are you stealing stuff? And I think it's killed with the press, because the press, we constantly deal with this. I mean, we make a mistake, we know we made a mistake, and he won't even admit it. Ted Cruz is just two. He's two. Joe McCarthy. Understating it. Yeah, when he called Chuck Hagel, when he said Chuck Hagel took $200,000 from North Koreans, that's McCarthy. For no reason. He wouldn't even vote for Kerry for secretary. He votes against everything. If Caroline Kennedy had come up for a vote, he wouldn't vote against it for Japan. It's terrible. It's all menace. It's all negative. That's all he sells. Rand Paul is sort of a guy we grew up with, a libertarian, Ayn Rand. You know, I think pretty harmless. It's a point of view we should hear from. Well, I thought like that. Hillary thought like that when she was young. Everybody wants less when you're a kid. Get off my back. I don't want to wear a helmet. I want to smoke. Leave me alone. That was the view we all had as kids. Normal kids. Hillary was a normal kid. She was more conservative about that stuff. I think Scott Walker is somebody to keep your eye on. Governor of Wisconsin. The reason I say it is people want a grown-up. They want somebody who has run something. They don't want another senator. They want somebody who's done something. And people look to adults when times are not good, and I think we're looking out for an adult, a grown-up, somebody who's done something. You know, there's nobody that won the Second World War floating around like Eisenhower. You know, if Feinstein were younger, she'd be dynamite. I think she's always been, after Pat Moynihan died, she's always been my favorite senator. And I've said so every night whenever she's up. So you exhausted me. I would say, if nobody doesn't run, Scott Walker is the perfect golden mean Republicans between Chris Christie, who's probably too East Coast and too ethnic for these characters. You know, Sicilian, Irish, it's an interesting combination. That may be too New York for these people out in the country. You know, what kind of name is that? You know? So we're down here. But I like Christie. Christie, you know what? He's sort of a normal person. I like him when he said to that teacher, "What's your name? None of your business." Because he was talking about his kids where he said at school, "You're entitled to some privacy." And people like that. That's all. It's very Philly too. It's very South Jersey. Attitude. You're from up there. You recognize my accent. It's attitude. He's got attitude. And they like that. And they like the fact that the most popular picture of the 2012 election. It wasn't a crowded field. One picture made us happy. He and Obama walking the beaches. It's the only time we felt good about our country. In the whole terrible election. It's because we wanted mommy and daddy to get along. You know, we know we're stuck with these political parents, the two of them. We know we're stuck with them. There's always going to be Democrats, there's always going to be Republicans. How come you don't get along and work it out and do something for your state at least? No, Mitt Romney didn't like that. But New Jersey loved it. And I think that tells you the guy's got moxie. But Hillary's got Bill, too. Oh, yeah. Have you ever met Bill? Oh, yeah. Something else. Did he give you the big eyes? I'm serious. He didn't to me. He doesn't to me. He's got a big one. He looks like the most important person in the world. He fixes on you. It's a great feeling. Bill cares. So I didn't tell you anything. He's got to get back into shape politically, and it's not an average right. You got to learn it again. You got to get the timing right. You got to learn how to take the hits and big ass. Yes, sir.